Peace. This is going to be a channel message for Gemini, Leo, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, and Cancer. This reading will be influenced by the energy of Gemini and Cancer. So we have the 6th house of Virgo here. Someone is in a very unstable home environment, a very unstable situation. This unstable situation may be in regard to someone's home or workplace, but something, I don't know, I'm picking up something's off. Something is off here. Yeah, something off is off. This may be a continuation as well. Someone is having to take care of someone also. This may be giving like an unexpected thing. This may happen unexpectedly. Or this may have happened unexpectedly. Someone has like unexpectedly fallen ill. I was picking up on this in another reading here, but now it's coming through as someone's been placed in an unstable environment due to someone falling ill, or someone is having to take care of someone. So it's giving unstable home environment, unstable work environment, someone falling ill, someone having to maybe take time from work to take care of someone who unexpectedly fell ill here. But it's giving that this is going to shift. I just know this reading is going to shift. So we're just going to channel, but that's where I'm going to start. Okay. So we have awareness that's coming out. And this is someone made a foolish decision here that may be contributing to whatever the situation is. Someone made a very foolish decision, but it's giving like they weren't in a conscious state when this decision was made. Now, I don't want to go into too much depth about this, but someone made a foolish decision while they were under the influence. Whatever that influence was, it's not limited to drug or alcohol influence. This could just be under the wrong impression or under the wrong influence by someone else, and they've now become aware of it, or they've now awakened to whatever this foolish decision was. And someone is in very, very deep regret about whatever this is. This person may be unstable mentally because of this, or it's just, I'm hearing like someone going through some sort of downward spiral because of this decision and what all is manifesting from it. Because we have Gemini, which is air, an air sign. I'm also picking up on swords. So swords energy is air energy, but also it has a lot to do with someone's mental capacity. And then we have Cancer here. It's hitting home for them. And like I've been picking this up for a while here. Something is hitting home. And I think it's like basically like a sudden realization that is putting someone in this mental prison. All right. So we have shadow work. Whatever the situation is, it's calling someone to do some sort of shadow work. 4:44 on the clock. Someone's needing to find balance within themselves, and whatever this issue is here, Yeah, someone's having to find some sort of balance because it's giving, like I said earlier, it's making this person really unstable. And because they feel unstable within, it's projecting into whatever situation they're in, or it's projecting into like their work performance, something about work performance, but also like how they're showing up at home here. Someone may be having to take like some sort of the siren. Someone's having to take a vacation or a leave of absence from work because of this mental battle or whatever it is that's happening in their world. And like I said, they may have just found out that someone has fallen ill and it's making them unstable because they may be feeling as if this is like, for one, obviously they weren't prepared for it, but two, they're just feeling like they're at a time in their life where someone may have been feeling like they have finally gotten to a point where they were able to pour into themselves, and then this came up or this came about unexpectedly. This may be like one of their family members or something. Someone has fallen ill though. And yeah, they're having to take, it's giving like someone having to take a lot of time from work, having to take off a lot, having to take a leave of absence, just feeling very what's the word that I want to use? They're just feeling like I said, this is unexpected and they weren't prepared for it. So it's basically like, in short, they feel like it's in their way. It's in their way. Another delay, I'm hearing another delay, another issue. This person was trying to gain their footing, and then once they gain their footing or gain their freedom, this happened or transpired. It's giving that this person may be mentally conflicted because it's giving something about a work environment may be overwhelming. And because their work environment is overwhelming, it's creating some instability within their home life or just in their regular life, right? It's creating some hindrances, some delays. This person, I'm hearing like, I just wanted my life back. And this person felt like, okay, I'm moving towards getting my life back. And then this new responsibility has arisen. Okay, and now they're just like, damn, okay, not only, are all these things happening at work and it's bleeding into my social life, it's bleeding into like my home life, my relationships, and now this unexpected thing with whomever this person is has happened or transpired. And again, it's consuming so much of their time because someone may have just found out someone has cancer. I was picking that up in the last message, but then it became like the energy had kind of switched to where it went from someone having cancer to someone just being a cancer in someone's life or just being in a way. But now now that I'm doing this reading, it's starting to come back around to where, like I said, someone may have fallen ill, gotten cancer, or something like that. Someone may have found out, and it has. It basically is just getting in their way, and they're just like, okay, well, because this person has some sort of cancer or some sort of ailment or whatever, it's giving like, they're having to go to back-to-back doctor's appointments, right? Or they're having to care for this person. This person may not be able to like stay at their own home at this time, or just feeling like they have to go back and forth, or It's definitely giving someone's not able to stay in their home, so it may be impacting everything else around them, right? This person may have taken a leave from work or some sort of vacation from work, or just using like someone had like some extra time to take off, and it's giving that whoever had this extra time to take off, they basically like they planned on doing something else with that time. They planned on actually taking a vacation and going out. I'm hearing someone saving up to go on a vacation, but now that this thing has transpired, or this sudden event has taken place, they're no longer able to take this vacation like they planned to, because they're having to use up that time, that vacation time, and even like take a leave of absence for a while in order to take care of this person. Someone may have found out they have breast cancer, stomach cancer. Yeah. And this may be this person's mother, to be honest. You may have these placements in your chart here: Gemini, Leo, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer. But yeah, back to this foolish decision. I'm not sure what all this entails, but someone has made a foolish decision, and they all right, so I knew this was going to go back and forth. I just knew that this reading was going to be all over the place, okay? So we have someone's mother may have contracted cancer, breast cancer, stomach cancer, some sort of cancer. And they're just like, dang, basically like, oh, an inconvenience. Yeah. This is becoming inconvenience in their life. But also it's giving that someone made a foolish decision that has put them in an unstable situation here, and may be creating some sort of health issues here. And it's because this person was neglecting to see something, or just being negligent when it came down to who they may. I'm saying like, why am I saying like being negligent about who they were sleeping with? Lord. Lord, I don't like tapping into energy like this, because it's just like, I don't want to know your business to that full extent. But at the same time, it's just like, whatever. But yeah, someone made a foolish decision, all right? And they made this foolish decision. It's giving like when they were drunk. Like someone, oh, wow. Okay. So someone made a foolish decision while they were drunk or intoxicated, under the influence in some way, shape, or form. So this influence could be like alcohol. This could be they were high off a pill, or they may have just been like under a lot of stress and they just wanted to get one off. That's what it's giving. Something of that nature, right? And they may have went to go like sleep with someone, or something happened, right? And it placed them in this situation to where they created an unstable situation for themselves. Now, this could be them contracting some sort of dis-ease, okay, or infection. Someone may have gotten sick, because I'm getting definitely someone got sick from this shit, from whatever the fuck, okay? They may have gotten sick from this, and then like, yeah, they may have gotten sick from it, and they're like in this deep regret, like, dang, I shouldn't have did that or whatever, because it's giving that whatever this situation was, it was off of impulse, because this person was under a lot of stress. And honestly, this person may have done that because they may have found out that their mother has cancer of some sort, or someone close to them has cancer. And then, like I said, they were already unhappy about a work situation. Something was already going on at work. okay, or whatever stress or depression or something. This person was already going through shit, right? And then it's like they were going through stuff, and then they were trying to find their way back to themselves, okay? So they were going through things, then they were finding themselves, they were finding their way back to themselves. They were pouring into themselves, starting to get into this routine of like, finally, like, okay, finally I'm freed from X, Y, and Z, or they were finally starting to feel better, coming out of depression, not being stressed, pouring into themselves, going out. And this going out just may have been like, you know, them taking themselves on dates or something like that, right? And then once they started to get their life back or get back on track, or once they started to feel happy again or find some kind of peace, all right, that's when all hell broke loose, right? So it's giving like they were getting their life back on track. They were finding like their peace, blah, 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 right? And then they found out their mom got cancer, or someone close to them got cancer, or someone is ill, okay? Someone close to them has fallen ill, right? And that just, all of the work that they were doing, it kind of like, it just backfired on them. Like, damn, I was just starting to get my life back. I was just starting to get my energy back. I was just starting to feel better. And then I find out that, you know, this person is ill. So it kind of, they got ahead a few steps just to get knocked back down 10 steps. All right. And once they got knocked back down, I think the overwhelming feeling of them growing through these things placed them in a situation where they were just like overwhelmed, stressed, you know, all of these things. And it's giving like all of their, like, whatever they were experiencing, whatever they were overwhelmed with and things like that, it's giving that it started to bleed into their performance at work, right? It started to bleed in their performance at work. So when they will go to work, you know, it's giving that they used to be the life of the party, very helpful, very generous, you know, very bubbly, very fun. And then something in their energy started to shift, and these people were just like, okay, well, what the hell is going on with this person? Like, are you good? Are you straight? And this person is keeping it a secret. This person hasn't told anyone. All right, this person hasn't told anyone. And if they told someone, it was like, it may have been someone close to them, like a family member, a family friend, or something like that. But for the most part, not a lot of people know about what all this person has endured or what all this person is going through, right? So this person decided like, okay, well, I'm not performing the best at work, right? And then, you know, their home environment may be unstable. So they're not comfortable. They go to work, they're not performing, they come home, you know, they may be in a depression, they may have an unstable home situation or something of that nature, right? So it's giving that they had their own shit, that somebody close to them got sick, they're not performing well at work, their home environment is unstable. So this person, again, spiraled, okay? It's like they spiraled. They may have started drinking, they may have gotten high, they may have popped a pill, or they were just probably listening to someone, or they just got some bad advice or something. It's given that this person was stressed the fuck out to the point where they started drinking. And this may not even be someone who is an actual drinker, but because of what all they were dealing with, you know, they decided to take a drink, and then that drink led up to, I need to get up in something, or I need something to get up in me. Like, again, they got intoxicated, and they decided that they were going to sleep with someone, right? Now, I'm not sure if this is someone they randomly met, or someone that they spend the block on, or someone that they, you know, may have, I don't know how this transpired, but they definitely went to sleep with someone, and they may have slept with someone who was dirty. Now, this could have been, I'm not saying like a disease. It's giving like someone, it's feeling like I feel like it's definitely something that can be, you know, they can get rid of it. But the thing about it is, in order for this person to get rid of it, they may have to do a little bit more than like some pharmaceutical physical things. They might need to go and dibble and dabble in some spiritual stuff. I'll just say that. But yeah, yeah, and they're probably quirking the fuck out because they're now it's like, okay, I was stressed, I was going through stuff, I was finding my way back to myself, my energy was returning, I was on track, I was good, and then they found out some shit. It started, their work performance was low. Honestly, this person may have gotten fired. Or someone was so concerned where they were just like, maybe you need to take a leave of absence. Maybe you need to take a vacation. Maybe you need to not work, okay? Yes, that may have been like a suggestion. I don't know if they actually got fired. Or they may like have taken like it's giving like they took a long time off, or they're taking a long time off, all right? But yeah, leave of absence or vacation. Okay, it's given that someone used up their vacation time. They had some vacation time left. They used up that vacation time. Okay, they honestly was about to use that vacation time to like they had some sort of plan to go on some sort of vacation or something like that. But then they realized actually can't do it because I have to use this vacation time to take care of this person who is sick. And then once they realized that the vacation time was not enough, someone suggested that they take a leave of absence, and they took a leave of absence. This person may not even be returning back to work until like next year or December. It's definitely giving next year though. Like, because it's something about like, it's no point in them going back right now because, something about some sort of bigger vacation or something. This person may work for like the school system, because it's giving like this person's taking a leave of absence, but it's no point in them returning back to, because how in school, the holidays and shit are coming up. So there's a holiday, Thanksgiving is coming up. So the students generally get like a week off or something like that. And then when they go back, they're only in school for another 2 weeks, and then they're out again for Christmas, right? If I'm not mistaken. So it's giving that kind of situation, or it's like, I don't know, I'm getting school. Like, so this person may be a teacher, a principal, teacher, principal, a bus driver maybe. Something about the school system. So like a bus driver, a teacher, a principal, someone who may work in like a school office or something like that. Something. But it's basically giving like this person took some vacation time, and then they was about to return back to work and realized they did not have the mental capacity to go back. Okay. So they took a leave of absence, but whomever this is that they were communicating with just suggested like, hey, maybe you should just return at the beginning of the year because, we have all these holidays coming up. The kids are about to be here for a week, and then, they're going to go back to something about school. I'm seeing college student as well. So something significant, maybe like something about a college student. Something about school, bro. I mean, it's not funny, but it's something pertaining to school. So this may be like a college student, a school teacher, a principal, someone who works in a school office, or a bus driver. But it's definitely something regarding the school system, even if it's like the lesser school, like high school, elementary, middle, but also it's giving like I'm picking up on a college school, a college student is significant here. But for whatever the reason is, or whatever is going on here, yeah, someone was stressed the fuck out, man, and they may have went to go sleep with someone, and they may have contracted something, and they may have been told that it's not curable, but it kind of is if you find the right person. All right. Or if you come across the right person with the right information. But yeah, that happened, and then yeah, this person is just fucked up, bro, to be honest. This person, they have a lot going on. They found out somebody was sick, then they can't go to work, okay? And then they found out that they didn't got sick because they made an impulsive decision, a foolish decision, because they weren't conscious. Again, somebody was drunk as fuck, and they made a phone call, and it was, I don't know. I don't know if this was like something random or something, or someone just like, yo, what's up? I'm trying to get that type of energy, right? But damn, they sick. They people sick. They can't go to work. They've been told not to come back until the beginning of the year. Honestly, this person may lose their job. I'm picking up on that. This person may not be able to return because they have a lot going on. There's a lot of healing and a lot of recovery. And I think that this person is not going to be able to return to work. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually get fired, or they're just may make like a resignation. But it's giving, honestly, like, even though this person is going through all of this, I don't know. But I do know. But this person is getting dragged. But the thing about it is, this person is getting dragged because they were being negligent. They weren't doing some sort of shadow work, or it's something about something that happened in the shadows, right? But for whatever this is, I know because I'm picking up on it, but I'm not going to put all of that out. But for this reason, it's like this. There's a reason why this is happening, and they are becoming aware of what that reason is, and essentially it's putting them in a space and place where they're going to have to sit down and consider all of the things that they have contributed to where they are right now. But the thing about it is, when they come out of whatever this is, okay, even if they don't return back to the job, you didn't want that job anyway. You weren't happy with that job anyway. And unfortunately, you had to be placed in a very, very uncomfortable situation in order for you to move in that direction that you're supposed to be going into. Okay? It's giving that you've been sitting with this and sitting with this and sitting with this, and you were being indecisive about making that move. You've been sitting with that for a long time. You kept contemplating, should I stay? Should I go? And now you're being forced to go. All right? God is making that decision for you, right? And then it was, I don't know if I should leave this person, if I should spin the block, if I should da-da-da-da-da. And something within you was saying, leave that toxic ass bitch alone. Leave that toxic ass nigga alone. But you kept on going back. You got a little buzz. You was going through stuff, and you went back to that person. And guess what happened when you went back? You contracted something from this person. Why? Because God was trying to protect you from this person the entire time, and you went back to whoever this person is. And unfortunately, you contracted something by going back. But again, you were being hard-headed. You did not want to move forward. You wanted to stay in your comfort zone. You kept being indecisive about whether you should stay or go. Okay, so Unfortunately, God came in and interrupted all of that and said, okay, well, since you don't want to move away from this person, I'm going to force you to move away from this person, and you will never return, because it's giving, this is like a spiritual thing. This, so you can easily get that cleared up if you, again, come across the right person with the right information. You can get cleared from that. All right. But, it's giving that, you had to be forced away from this person. Now you're definitely not going to go back, because you now see what all is happening, right? And it still may be some things that you're not completely aware of or may not completely understand, but you're going to receive clarity during this downtime. God is literally forcing you to sit down so that you can gain some sort of clarity, so that you can get some sort of answers, okay? Answers that you're going to need, okay, very soon, right? You did not want to leave that workplace environment. You did not want to be there. God wanted you to move away from that work environment because you had a bigger purpose somewhere else, but you were comfortable, you were indecisive, you didn't know whether you should stay or go. So guess what happened? Divine intervention. God forced you out of that, right? You were just starting to get your life back on track, and then this inconvenience happened of someone close to you falling ill. You were been supposed to move away from this person. Now, I'm not being selfish or inconsiderate in any way, shape, or form. I am not, being cold-hearted, but it is what it is. And like I said, I know why you're growing through this. I know why this is happening. Okay, I know what's happening in the shadows. Right? So this is why I'm speaking this way. And to whomever this message resonates for, they're going to get it, because this message is for them. So if this does not resonate for you, or you feel a certain type of way, or you do not like how I am interpreting this message, I suggest that you get the fuck up off my shit, because this ain't for you. Don't attack the messenger, honey. Just saying. But back to what I was interpreting or saying. Okay, you were been supposed to move away from this person who fell ill. You were been supposed to move away, and now you're being forced to stay around this person, to stick around this person, because you weren't supposed to be in this environment. To be honest, none of this was actually supposed to happen. It could have been avoided. And now you're becoming aware and conscious of the fact that it could have been avoided. But because you decided to make a foolish decision, something that transpired in the past, this is basically the repercussions for a foolish decision that you made in the past. And now it's starting to come back around full circle. And these are the consequences of those actions. Yeah. So with that being said, right, you had been supposed to move away from this person who fell ill. Now you're stuck with them. Now you feel, now you're feeling like you have this excessive responsibility. Now you truly feel stuck. Right? Now you truly feel stuck. But the thing about it is, you're going through this for a reason. You are going through this for a reason, and this is going to awaken you. This is going to awaken you severely. Like, yeah. This is a big spiritual awakening for you. And I'm hearing like something about ego deaths. Honey, God about to strip that ego away from you. It's unfortunate that you had to go through it this way, but you are one of God's warriors, and you chose the wrong side. This is your redemption. This is an opportunity for you to redeem yourself. And unfortunately, you have to grow through these consequences in order to rise back up, because you have fallen. You have fallen from grace. You went on this little detour to where God had this plan for you, but You decided to go another way. God is wanting to save you. This is your redemption because you're one of God's people. You're one of God's people, and this is an extension of God's grace, God's love, and God's mercy. Yeah. Yeah. God is trying to save you. God is going to save you. But baby, you gotta grow through this experience. But when you come out of this, you're gonna be so much better than you were before. You're gonna become a better person than what you were before. But your ego had to be stripped. Your ego had to die. All the person that you thought you were, that you were trying to be, that you were pretending to be, that you were using to cover up the person that you truly are, gotta be stripped up off you. God gotta strip you naked, yo, for you to see your divinity, for you to see who you really truly are. Because you were pretending. You were being fake for this worldly shit. Yeah, you fell from grace. You let the world taint you a little bit too much. You became a worldly ass female, a worldly ass male. Okay? Very worldly. And I use female and male specifically because you have chosen consciously to subject yourself to your lower animalistic characteristics of survival. So you became a worldly ass human. You're an alien. Yeah, let's talk about it. You are not no regular ass human out here walking around. You are an advanced being. You're an alien, all right? So you became worldly as fuck because you attached yourself and all that you are to this worldly shit. So God is giving you, okay, your opportunity to redeem yourself. And you're going to get dragged. This is just the beginning, to be honest. This is just the beginning. But this is a test of your strength. And for you to become the warrior that God sent you here to be. All those parts and pieces of yourself that you neglected, you ignored, all in the name of fitting in. Motherfucker, you are an alien. Okay, you're otherworldly. What the fuck are you trying to, why are you trying to fit in? You were supposed to stand out. Those pieces of yourself that you kept neglecting, that you kept avoiding out of embarrassment. You ain't want nobody talking about you. You ain't want nobody judging you. You gonna fuck them people. Cause guess what? Those same people you was trying to impress, let's see where the fuck they gonna be at when you're going through this. Let's see, are you gonna be able to talk to those same people? You can't. You already hiding what the fuck you going through. You can't go and talk to them people and tell them that you sick. You can't go to these people and ask for those people to donate to your people falling ill. They ain't gonna give you shit. You can't go talk to that bitch or that nigga about what the fuck you're going through. They know what you're going through because they did it to you. Intentionally. They knew. They knew what the fuck they were doing to you. They knew the whole time. You can't run back to them. They ain't got shit for you other than sickness. Yeah, it's a cold world out this bitch. It's cold as fuck out here. And you're starting to get a taste of just how cold it is. Yeah. Those same people it's like you were so in, you didn't want to your true self, you didn't want to show your true self because you ain't want to be embarrassed. How the fuck you think you gonna feel when they find out what all you're dealing with right now? You didn't want to be judged. You put on this mask because you didn't want to be judged so bad. What the fuck you think gonna happen when this shit get out? You can't even trust nobody right now. You can't trust nobody with this information. And you know that. That's why you hiding the shit. But for those who can see and those who know and those who actually fuck with you, they know. They know when something off. They know when you lying. They know when you hiding some shit. They know when you hurting. They fucking know. The people that really fuck with you, my nigga. And those are the people you toss to the side to impress motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you. Now you out in the cold shivering and don't know what the fuck to do. This is definitely a continuance of my last reading. You stuck in the cold. You don't know what the fuck to do. Why? Because those same people that you thought that you didn't need, those same people that you did dirty, those same people you were stealing from, yeah, I know. Those same people you were stealing from, those same people that you was gossiping with, those same groups that you was dibbling and dabbling with certain shit with. Them motherfuckers won't never your friends. They won't never your fam. They won't never your people. And now you stuck in the cold. That same girl, that same boy that was riding for you, that actually fucked with you. You did them dirty. You fucked them over. That friend, that family member that really fucked with you, that really was holding shit down. You fucked them over. Just to impress the people, the places and things that projected all that bullshit on you, that was doing all this shit. Yeah. They was trying to line you up. Them same people that you was trying to impress literally lined you up, my nigga. They wanted you out the motherfucking way. And they're hoping and praying that you crash the fuck out. But you're not, and I know you're not. God ain't gonna let that happen. You're gonna get dragged because again, you made some foolish ass decisions in the past. So yeah, you gotta pay for that. But you can redeem yourself. But guess what? These people are hoping that you crash the fuck out. They hoping you spiral. They want you to off yourself. They want you up out of here. Because they know you a problem. And I ain't talking about a problem as in an issue. Nah, they know you a problem. For them. So they lined you up and try to get you to fuck up out the way. Yeah. Welcome to the journey of being one of God's chosen people. You one of them ones. Yeah. God chose you. God called you. Your spirit guides kept calling you. People kept trying to wake you up. People kept trying to point you in the right direction. Unfortunately, you didn't listen to yourself. You didn't trust yourself. And now you done got yourself hemmed the fuck up. But it's okay. Because the real ones that been through it, grew through it, and conquered that shit. And came out so much better than who they were before. It's your turn. You next up. You next up. But when you grow through this and come up and out of this, you're going to see it's given that you were sleeping on yourself. You were sleeping on your strength. You were sleeping on your skills. You were sleeping on yourself. And you had to be waking up. So in order to wake you up, you had to get shooketh. Okay? Yeah. And you may be feeling a lot of anger. You may be feeling frustrated, annoyed, and you have a right to be. But don't sit in that shit. I'm trying to tell you, do not sit and dwell in that shit. You are going to have to forgive. You're going to have to forgive yourself first. So fuck them people. Fuck them. You can get to that later on. This is about you, though. This is about you. You got to forgive yourself for making those foolish decisions. You got to forgive yourself for not leaving when you were supposed to go. You have to forgive yourself for ignoring your intuition. You gotta forgive yourself for not answering the call when you were supposed to. That's the first step. Forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself first. Don't try to figure out why they did that shit to you. I just told you. They wanted you out the fucking way. You are a problem for them. You're powerful as fuck. You have all of these hidden skills, talents, and gifts that you haven't even tapped into yet or got in tune with. You sleeping on your talents. You're sleeping on your skills. You feeling unworthy. You doubting yourself. You anxious all the time. You're living in fear. But I guarantee this, once you choose to forgive yourself, I promise this shit needs to happen quickly. Do not let these motherfuckers even get the thrill or the what's the word I'm looking for? Don't give them the power. Don't give them the power. Yeah. Because they gonna feel powerful knowing that, oh yeah, we got one. We got him out of here. We got her out of here. Okay. Take your time off. Fuck the outside world does not matter. Nothing on the outside matters but you. You're the only one who fucking matters. You might have to show up for your people right now, but when you aren't showing up for your people, you better tap in. You better pick up that motherfucking phone. Yeah. You better tap in and tune in into them gifts. You better get creative, get moving. Don't get stuck, bro. I'm telling you, do not get stuck. Do not dwell in that shit. Get the fuck up. You gonna have to get up. Bro, I wish I had somebody to tell me this shit. I wish I had someone that told me this shit, who was there to tell me to get up, to keep going. And because I didn't, I don't punish people or want people to go through the same things I went through. I don't, my pussy don't get wet off that shit. I don't thrive off that shit. I don't get high off that shit. That shit don't make me feel good. What makes me feel good is knowing that I can be what I didn't have. I didn't have a mother figure. That's why I'm a mama. And I earned that shit. Yeah, I didn't have it. So I gifted naturally. Ain't nobody got to ask me to be a mama. I naturally show up. If I see that there's an issue, if I see someone that need to be loved, comforted, supported, I'm there. You ain't even got to ask. Even if I know you fucking me over. Even when I know you fucking me over, it's still, I see things from a higher perspective. I know you dealing with some shit that you ain't talking about. I know you trying to survive out here in these streets. I know I intimidate you. I know you got a problem with your ego. I know you listening to the rumors and the gossip and the slander. I know you battling a lot of this earthly shit. I know. I see you. I see through you. I know what you dealing with. I know what you did. But I'm still going to show up as a mama, as a mother. So because I didn't have someone there motivating me and supporting me and telling me, get the fuck up, all right? This is what you need to do. Tap in. Because I did not have that, I get my ass on this phone every fucking day to do it for other people. I don't punish people for the shit that I went through. I don't. It ain't in me. It ain't. It's not. It never will be. No matter how much people try to make me out to be something I'm not. I know who the fuck I am. And this is who you need to become. So strong. Strong, dog. Standing on who the fuck you know you are, despite all of the attacks, despite the setups, despite the gossip, despite, the adversities, despite, the hindrances, despite the inconveniences, okay? Despite the deception and the fucking betrayals, despite all that shit, you gotta rise above all of that shit. You gotta stand on all that shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's out here punishing other people for things that they didn't even fucking do. It's people out here punishing their kids, their family, their friends, their partners for some shit that they didn't address with their own people. With the motherfuckers that actually did the shit. But they can be a bully to the innocent. They can be a bully to the pure-hearted. They can be a bully to the motherfuckers that love and care about them. But you a bitch when it comes down to actually holding yourself accountable for your fucking decisions. You a bitch when it comes down to addressing the actual fucking cancerous energy in your fucking life. You a bitch when it comes down to that family member that fucked you over or did you dirty or hurt or harm you. You a bitch to that friend that keep you in these toxic ass cycles, okay? You're a bitch to that partner that keep beating your motherfucking ass, doing you dirty, and all types of shit. You a bitch when it come to them, but you a bully when it come to the motherfucker that supporting you, that love you, that care for you, that show up for you. Consistently. Don't let this be you. That's why you're going to have to forgive yourself for those foolish ass decisions. It don't matter what influence you were under. You up now. You aware now. You know what the fuck is going on now. Keep figuring this shit out. Keep seeking out answers. Keep going. Keep growing. Do your shadow work. Love on the pieces and parts of yourself that you may feel is embarrassing, or it puts, it's, you stand out because of it, or because your homies or your girls don't do that shit. Motherfuckers thinking that you weird. Be weird, nigga. Be alien, my nigga. Be otherworldly. Why? Because you are already advanced. And the thing about it is God is placing you into a position for you to be advanced, for you to be weird. And guess what? 2-3 years down the line, them same motherfuckers that was calling you weird, them same motherfuckers that was had all this shit to say about what your calling was, I guarantee they gonna spin the block on you, asking you for your help. I fucking guarantee it. Be fucking weird. Don't box yourself in. Why? Because them same motherfuckers is gonna need you. I'm calling this shit. I'm calling it. I see it. This shit happens all the time to people. I'm not the first, and I'm not going to be the last. But yeah, you gonna have to forgive yourself. Get the fuck up out of that energy that you're in. Don't sit here and dwell on the shit. Don't sit here and be upset that you're inconvenienced or you feel like now you really can't get to where you are or you feel stuck and shit like that. This is all temporary. It's temporary. You're being withheld. You need to sit the fuck down. Because God needs you to see some shit. God needs you to hear some shit. God needs you to feel some shit. God needs you to taste some shit. And you can't do that shit if you are distracted by all this external stuff. Players fuck up. Players fuck up. They do. But you go overcome this shit. You will come up and out of this shit. And the person that you're going to become, when you look in that mirror and you can stand 10 toes on who the fuck you are, what? What? Nigga, you gonna start looking at people different. You gonna start hearing shit different. You gonna start talking different. You gonna start moving different because you know who the fuck you are. 55 on the timer. It's a whole lot of changes that's gonna happen. Hella changes. And that shit's going to shock you. The person that you're gonna become the person that you're gonna become once you come out of this, what? You gonna be real different. And the crazy part about it is, the people that you were trying to pretend for, the people who you were trying to impress and shit, you gonna be looking at them as like, this is the nigga I was trying to impress. This is the bitch that what? They goofy as a bitch. You're gonna start to see that they are the weird ones. And all of the behaviors and things that they do, you gonna realize, damn, I was listening to you. I was taking advice from you. Motherfucker, how did even I allow you around me type shit? Yeah, you gonna be able to pop your shit for real, to be honest. Let's switch up the oracles, honey. Okay. Why is this card coming out again? Bro, I cannot make this shit up. This was a card that, this was in my last reading. So I know this is a continuance, and I'm finally I feel like there's something I need to be seeing in this. Hold on. Cause this, bro, I know y'all heard me shuffling. This card is the exact card that came out. The exact card that came out. So I'm seeing like, please hold. Something about a carpet. Because I'm starting to see that there's a carpet here. You may have a carpet that look like this. Or you may come across a carpet that look like this. I'm also seeing an elephant. elephant's face. Elephants generally, something about elephants is significant for you, but elephants also bring about some form of spiritual luck or spiritual protection, right? Yeah, and also like with the elephant, it also is like symbolic to like overcoming, like having the power to overcome adversity, because elephants are very mighty. All right, they have big ears. Something about ears too, something you need to listen to. Yeah, you gotta listen to some. You hard-headed as fuck, bro, sis, whoever you are. um yeah, you hard-headed, but you gotta use your ears. You gotta listen. You gotta tune in something you ain't tuning into, something you ain't listening to, or something you ain't trying to hear. Oh, something you trying to cover your ears is something that you don't want to hear because you ain't ready to face the truth. But who is? Who is? For real? Once you start tapping into the truth, ain't nobody is ever prepared for that shit. But you learn how to navigate in truth. You learn how to live in your truth. Once you get a dose of the truth and then smack you in the face, it hurt. But at the same time, once you get that first dose of truth and your life alters or your life shifts, baby, that's all that you want. All you want is the truth. You don't fuck around with that lying stuff. You don't want to hear any lies, because again, all of that, it does, at the end of the day, I think I was saying something about the 3 stages of Scorpio, right? You may have Scorpio placements, but the 3 stages of Scorpio, right? You have denial, and then you have acceptance, and then you have freedom. All right? So denial is the scorpion. The scorpion stings a lot of people, but they end up really stinging themselves in the end, right? Or when they are in that first stage of Scorpio. And then when they come to accept certain parts of themselves or certain truths about themselves, they become the eagle. So it's like you're rising above, right? You're rising from a scorpion who's like on earth traveling around and stuff like that. They can't really see what all is happening, and then they graduate and ascend into the eagle. The eagle sees everything that's going on, right? So that's what you're shifting into. You're starting to see the truth. You're starting to see from a bird's eye view, right? And you're coming to accept these truths about yourself. All right. Some people get stuck. I was saying this in the last video. Some people get stuck in that second stage, all right? Because they find out the truth. And like I was saying, when certain people find out the truth, that's when they start to punish people. That's when they start to seek out revenge. A lot of people don't make it to the third stage of Scorpio because the truth is so fucked up to the point where they don't know how to transmute that energy, okay? Again, Scorpio is about transmutation of energy. And also, Scorpios are master alchemists once they hit that third stage, though. All right, you gotta hit the third stage in order to become a master, right? So certain people never get to the third stage. They get stuck in, okay, I've accepted the truth for what it is. I now know the truth, and now I got to get my lick back. See, that's the shadow aspects of Scorpio, to where they find the truth out, like I said, and now they want to seek out revenge. They want they lick back, right? But a true master, they accept the truth and then they free themselves from all of the deception and the lies, and they find peace and love and understanding within all of that, right? They see the love, the light, and the lesson. right? The 3 L's. That's something that I mentioned in my other, I mentioned it on my Twitter, and I also mentioned it in another video. They find the light in the situation, meaning they literally find the light, the truth, the meaning of why they went through what they grew through, right? They learn the lesson and they apply it to whatever it is that they move, they apply it to everything that they come across or align with or connect with in the future, right? They take those lessons and they start to apply them. They don't go back and renege on all the work that they go through, or they don't use what they go through to bully other people. Like I was saying before, don't become the bully to innocent people because you bitched up and didn't address what the fuck you were supposed to address back then. Yeah, don't be that person, because a lot of people out here like that. They the hardest person in the world when it comes to going up against someone who they assume is innocent, assume is green, assume is ignorant and things like pure, and but they wouldn't dare go up against someone who they assume matches them or who they assume is better than them. They're no match for that. They a bitch when it comes to that. Don't be that person. Don't be a bitch and don't be a bully. Be better. Be fucking better. It's so many lost children out here who have become bullies because they bitched up on the real predator, the person who was really preying on them, the person who abused them, the person who hurt them, who harmed them, who stole from them. And they low-key seek out revenge on innocent people because whoever their abuser was, whoever the predator was, okay, whoever the manipulator was, whoever the liar was, okay, they never faced that person. They never addressed that person. But baby, don't let you do it. They'll be shook. Because you ain't no bitch and you ain't no bully. You're just a better person. So when it comes down to actually addressing who the person that lied, the person that stole, the person that manipulated you, when you actually face that person, oh, that fucks them up. Because you're doing something that they weren't able to do. Yeah, that's God body. That's big on big right there. Like dead ass. Honey, if you get to the mastery of the scorpion, okay? And you become the dove, this means that you move out of peace. You come in peace and you leave with peace. You show up in love and you leave with love. And you're going to forgive no matter what. You're going to forgive without apologies. You're going to move forward without getting clarity because you already know the truth. You don't need nobody to tell the truth. All you need is for someone all you need to do is get all some of these people need is closure. That's it. It's so many open-ended wounds that people are not fucking closing out. It's so many open cycles and open portals that people are not closing the fuck out. And they're disturbing the fucking peace on earth. They're disturbing the love on earth. All because, I get it. When people lie to you, that our first reaction is to go into survival mode. Our first impression is that, oh, I gotta be on demon time. That's that lower animalistic self. That's ego. A lot of people, egos is getting them in a lot of shit, yo. It really is. And people think that when they get rid of because remember I told you they wanted you out the way, right? Because you was a problem. You intimidate these people. Even though you may not see your power, they do. You intimidate them. They wanted your ass up out of here. They wanted you out the way, right? So my thing is, these people think or assume that by getting you out the way, that in some way, shape, or form, that's going to make their life better. No. And I'm telling you this because I have sat down with motherfuckers who thought that way and still think that way. And guess what? They are still miserable. They are still unhappy. Okay, they are so fucked up in the mind to where they have all these addictions. Okay, they have all these vices and things like that. You know, yeah. They were better when the person was here. When the problem is here. Because they didn't realize that the whole time that so-called problem was their solution. But because of their ego, because they're in that demonic energy, that lower vibration, they're in their animalistic self of trying to survive. Yeah. They end up realizing, damn, I fucked up, but it's too late, and then you can't come back from it, and now you got to move forward. Okay, it's a lot of people out here having sleepless nights, being haunted, and some people, they thinking that, oh well, I'm sorry if this offends you or if you are one of these people. I truly don't give a fuck. Honestly, I'm at that point, y'all. I really don't give a fuck if you get offended. You on the wrong page if I offend you, right? It's motherfuckers that can't sleep without smoking weed. It's motherfuckers that can't wake up without having a drink. They can't function without popping a pill, without taking a shroom. And people think that shit, oh, well, it's just smoking weed. It's just a little drink here and there. No, motherfucker. You cannot function. You can't raw dog this life shit. You can't. Because you fucked up in the head. And you are in denial. So many people get stuck and trapped in denial. And want to, oh, we're just doing it recreationally. Or we're just doing this because it is. No, motherfucker, you got a problem you're not facing. If you have to smoke in order to get a good night's rest, you're not dreaming, you're not conscious, you can't function in the dream state, that's a problem. You can't go a day without a drink, that's a problem. You having a drink, but you ain't had no water though. No fruit, no nothing. You just drinking. You know, you taking shots throughout the day, you drinking beer throughout the day, you know what I'm saying? You may eat something here or there, whatever. But this is something that you're doing continuously, habitually. And you think that's healthy? And then y'all be the same type of people who place judgment on other people. When you get to the level of, when you get to the mastery of Scorpio or whatever, you don't pass judgment. When a person come to you and they got a situation going on, you don't pass judgment on them because you are at peace. Because you are in the state of love. You may tell the truth and the truth may hurt a motherfucker, but you ain't gonna judge nobody for that shit. You're not gonna attack someone for speaking their truth either. You're not going to get a thrill off of someone being down bad, bro. I can't stand that shit, bro. Some people they dick be rock hard, pussy be leaking, but you can't get it like that for your person, though. You can't get it like that for other people. But the moment you hear that someone is down bad, that you're doing better than this person, or that they fail, or that something happened to them or something, y'all dicks be so hard. Y'all pussies be so wet off that shit. That shit is weird. You have a problem. If you cannot go a day without masturbating or without having sex, you have a problem, bro. I don't care what y'all say or what y'all think or what y'all been told or what space or place you're in. You're denying it. You're denying that you have an issue. Bro, ain't that much fucking in the world. It ain't that much pleasure in the world. That's why you're drained. That's why you're not creative. That's why you can't get that business off ground. That's why you can't focus. That's why you can't go to the gym. That's why you need surgery. That's why you can't fucking function. Unless you high off of something. High off sex, high off drugs, high off attention. Some people cannot function without attention, bro. Some people cannot go 2 days in solitude without getting attention from something or someone. You have a fucking problem. And a lot of people do not want to admit that shit. They don't want to accept that shit. Like I said, some people never get to the 3rd level. They never make it to that mastery. Especially if you have Scorpio placements. Honestly, with this Scorpio placement shit, it's majority for Scorpio placements, but this resonates for every fucking body. Everybody be living in fucking delusional land and Delulu world. You know what I'm saying? Denying everything. Bro, it's so annoying when you walk across someone who's in a state of denial once you have ascended to the 2nd stage. It's so fucking annoying. But then when you get to the 3rd level, you realize why they are in denial. You're like, damn, I get why you want to be delusional. You fucked up on the inside. That shit is hard to accept. I know. That shit hard to accept. But at some point in time, you have to, or you just gonna be stuck. So yeah, some people never make it out that 1st stage. Some people, I would say like a good, right now, I would say a good is giving like 45, 55. 45% of people. All right, it might be 40. All right, it might be 40. All right, so we got 40, right? 40% of people are going to make it out of that 1st stage and go into the 2nd stage, where they go from being in denial to accepting the truth, right? Look, I'm telling you something before it's going to happen. 40% of people are going to make it out of the denial, the 1st stage, the 1st round. 40 people are going to make it out. 60% is not. That's a big contribution. All right? 40% is going to make it into the acceptance stage, the 2nd stage, the 2nd round. Follow this story. I need you to listen. I need you to listen. If you hear this shit, I need you to listen. Right? Only 40% is going to make it out of the 1st stage, the 1st round. Right? That leaves 60% still in a state of denial. Right? You have 60 and now you have 40. What the fuck that sound like? All right, moving forward. All right. Now you're at 40%. You're left with 40%. Between 1 to 5% is going to make it to the 3rd level, the 3rd stage, the 3rd round. Only 1 to 5%. Now, that means only 1 to 5% of people are going to master the energy of Scorpio, right? and become the dove, finding peace and love, right? While 35 to 39% is going to be stuck in the second round, where they have accepted the truth, but they are not willing to find peace or to operate from love. Just because you accept a truth or you accept that something is a truth, that does not mean that you will overcome the truth. That does not mean you're going to find peace. That does not mean you're going to experience true, genuine love. It's hard getting out of, because like I said, 60% of people are stuck in the first round. It's hard getting out that first round, yo, because a lot of people do not want to accept the truth for what it is. I don't give a fuck how spiritual you think you are. It ain't even about that. It ain't about spirituality. And everybody, you know, it's a lot of people that, oh, because I'm spiritual, I this, or because of it. No, it don't have nothing to do with that. I promise you it don't. I promise you it don't. And if you think that way, you're still in round one. You're still part of that 60%. If you think that just because you practice spirituality or that you are spiritual, that no. You think because of your life path number that you're somehow more advanced? No, it doesn't work that way. When it comes to these levels and degrees and shit like that, first and foremost, you don't climb up numerically. You don't climb up the ladder, you know, it's not level 1, level 2, life path 1, life path 2. It doesn't work that way. You jump from path to path. You could be a life path 1. That does not mean you about to be a life path 2 next time. You might fuck around and go from 1 to life path 11. Life path 22. And it's another tidbit. It don't stop at 33. It don't. Surprise. Doesn't. It don't. Some people on their 55th life path. And you ain't even know it. You didn't even know that was a thing. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, when it comes to mastery, you skip levels. Some of y'all need to watch this movie. I think it's called The Platform. Somebody put me on to that few days ago, actually. And when I was watching it, I was just like, bro, I just want to watch a movie regular for once. And not think about like the hidden aspects. But like I said, once you up, you up. You just, it is what it is. But yeah, there's some people that think spirituality is the end all be all, that this life path shit is the end all be all. Just because you know about human design, it's not, bro. It's not. It's a lot deeper than that. I said this in the last video. With Scorpio energy, it's depths to this shit, for real, to be honest. But yeah, man. Yeah, some of y'all are still stuck in denial, but you know, it is what it is. Everybody on their own path. Everybody is on their own path, you know, and that's something that we have to accept. You gonna have to accept at some point. It may not be now, it may not be in this lifetime, but eventually you're gonna have to accept and no longer deny, right? But for the people who have accepted a truth, some truth, the truth, all right, Because the truth is so complex. It's very detailed. Very detailed. All right? Very detailed. As much as we try to simplify it, it's not. You know, you can simplify it, but when you simplify it, it kind of takes away from the experience. It takes away from the sacredness. It takes away from the education, and it also takes away from the people who are growing, maturing, developing, and learning. It takes away from a lot when we try to simplify things. But that's for a reason too. All right. Now, once people start to accept a truth, okay, this that 40%, right? The 40% of the people they accept the truth. Like, oh, all right. But then something shifts or something changes to where, okay, this is the truth, and now I gotta avenge my people. I gotta get my lick back. I gotta get revenge, and we have to fight, and we have to this. You don't. And until you arrive at that knowing, you're gonna be stuck at level 2. Stage 2, round 2. Experiment 202. All right. But yeah, once you transcend that and you become part of that 1 to 5%, that's when shit really hit different. Yeah, that's when shit really hit different. Back to this card, though, because like I said, they wanted to come back out, so obviously I need to be channeling. I need to get something out. All right, looking into the carpet's pattern, scenes began to emerge. There's a pattern in someone's carpet that you may get like a message from. Or if you're around a carpet or something is in the carpet, something specific about carpet though. Memories, most real, but some that belong to others from another time and place. Memories. Just because you're picking up on some, this is something that's important too. A lot of your memories aren't yours. A lot of your thoughts aren't yours. A lot of your ideas and concepts aren't yours. And you have to navigate through that. You have to discern what is yours and what is not yours. Now, to go a little bit deeper, those memories and things and ideas and concepts and blah, 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 those aren't yours to have and to hold in this life experience, in this now experience. That just may be something that's within your database that you've collected over lifetimes. And if you are someone who's an ancient spirit, all right, or an ancient soul, you've collected a lot of memories. You got a lot of memories. You got a lot of shit that you've accumulated. All right, and you got to be able to navigate through that shit. But I will also say, and I'm gonna leave, I ain't gonna put out too much though. When memories connect and align, right, at a certain frequency, at a certain time, even though those memories may stem from a past life, those memories are coming up or resurfacing for a very specific reason. It is all connected. It's all connected. Even if it's like something, a moment that must be shared, even if it's for a second, it's all for a reason. Now, I cannot disclose what all those reasonings are, but you can come in contact with a memory, a person from your past for just a split second. And what all happens or transpires after that? Well, fuck around and find out. And I'm not saying fuck around and find out in a bad way. This is giving like some really good. Look, listen to what I'm saying. Just listen. All right? And you better, and if you want to try some shit like this that I'm telling you, listen, all advice is not good advice to take. I'm gonna let you know that right now. All advice is not good advice to take, especially if you have not transcended the first stage of denial and if you are stuck in the second stage of accepting the truth. I would not do not take my fucking advice if you are at the first stage or the second, or you're just coming into the second stage. Certain advice that I give, and this is one specific thing that I'm telling you, do not take my fucking advice on this shit. Cause this it ain't gonna work for you. I promise you. If you have to be at a certain level of mastery to be able to take this type of advice or to try some shit like this. You have to be. That's the only way it will work out for you. That cannot be, and I'm letting you know right now, that cannot be manipulated. It cannot be manipulated. I'm not saying this shit to intimidate nobody. I'm not saying this shit to discourage anybody. I'm not saying this shit to say that I'm better than anybody. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. Do not try that shit if you have not ascended. If you are not operating from peace and love, do not take that advice. It is going to backfire really bad if you do. And this has something to do with memories and contact. And to be honest, to be completely honest, okay, some people can't receive this level of communication either. And when I say it cannot be manipulated or distorted, it cannot. I promise you that. I know this. Do not try that shit. And if you know that you are not operating from peace and love and you attempt this, you're still in denial. You're still in your ego. And if you are the person that I'm talking about who's going through all this stuff, I definitely wouldn't try that shit at this time. All right? This rug has magical properties, not of flight, but of history and insight. What I just say? I'm reading from this damn book, okay? Not of flight, but of history and insight. Like I said, due to some people have experienced this life, other lives in different dimensions on different planets, okay? They have obtained a lot of ancestral information, but also ancient information, but also futuristic information. They have insight, they have history, okay? And this magical property is not a flight. Not a flight. This isn't something that can be seen. This is not something that can be heard with the naked eye, with the naked ear. This is not something that can be obtained through manipulation. This is literally deep, 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 deep hidden history and insight. And it goes so deep that it goes beyond the history that anyone on this earth knows. Now, for the people that have doubted me in the past, or I know that people have been talking shit and gossiping, and I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm making up shit. All right, when full circle came around, now you know the truth, or the truth is coming out. So, like I said, I'm telling you some shit that I know. Keep staring into it, and gradually the gap between who you are and who you might have been dissolves, leaving you a creature of both past and present. All right. A carpet is significant here, or some sort of pattern that look like carpet or something of that nature. It's going to be significant for you. There is something that is going to come out of whatever this is. All right. That's why I had to come back to this card. Something significant about a carpet pattern. Do not go looking for this. It's going to come to you. But when it comes to you, you're going to know. You're going to know. This may not even be in your house. You may just remember I was saying earlier, right? Where you have certain memories, and when you come into contact with certain things, even if it's for a split second, you're gonna know. This is very specific. And like I said, I shuffled these cards and the same card came out. So there was a message that someone needed to hear. And I'm telling you right now, dude, this is not something you go and search for or seek out. It's going to come to you, and it's going to happen in a split second. But it's a good thing, though. Look, this ain't going to be a bad thing. This is only going to be a bad thing if you try to manipulate something, or if you go actively searching and seeking it. Because I'm getting that if you try to go and actively search for something or whatever that don't align with you or not in alignment with you or whatever, you might fuck around and miss out on something that is actually for you. So don't go looking, don't go searching. Let it come to you. And you're gonna know. And it's gonna happen like that. I don't even know why the fuck is something about this damn carpet or something. I don't know. These daggone incense that I keep burning, child. Got my fingers looking crazy. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that's for, but something about a carpet, something about a pattern, carpet pattern, something like that. This is not close to you, though. This is something you are going to come across. Now, I ain't got no time frame for your ass because it's supposed to come in as a surprise, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Wow, this is a whole map, bro. Wow, bro. This card is a whole fucking map. And I'm just now seeing this shit. So someone is looking or searching for something? Someone looking for something? I don't fucking know. Oh. That's what that means. All right. So yeah, this is kind of like a map here, right? It's a map, and then the eagle that sees above, that sits above everything, that sees things, right? And then please hold. Not of flight, but of history and insight. Keep staring into it, and gradually the gap between who you are and who you might have been dissolves, leaving you a creature of past and present. All right. Well, remember I was saying something about like using like your spiritual eye or your spiritual ears and things like that. Yeah, that's what it's giving. Someone with glasses is significant, and they have like a vein that goes through like the left side of their forehead is significant. There's like a specific vein that pop out their face. This might be you, or I don't know who this is. But I'm seeing somebody who wears shades a lot, and there's a vein that goes through the left side of their forehead that always sticks out when they're overthinking, when they're stressed, when they're overwhelmed here. And you may be searching or trying to find something or someone. This is you finding yourself, and you're trying to navigate through this maze, through this map, and trying to figure out who you are behind the mask. So you're having to look above everything. All right. See beyond certain people, certain masks, certain things, certain experiences, right? But it's all coming back to you, though. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it right here, though. Good luck. Peace.